Die, Flareon. Flareon looks directly from really bad fan art of a creepypasta. Like, it's got the, like, black eyes with a white dot for a pupil thing going on, and it's got, like, a shitty-looking evil smile.
Mm-hmm. MDB, what kept you, Wada?
What?
MDB said, what kept you, Wada?
Oh, okay.
Starting off with Dodrio, that's not a good sign.
Die, Poliwhirl. Yeah, use that X defend.
I forget what he started with. He's got an Oddish. That's fun.
Second time in a row he uses X defend on Poliwhirl. What's he doing? I'm using Confusion.
Gotta make sure that he's very buffed up.
I guess.
Wait, what is this Oddish replacing? It's level 38.
Growlithe?
Maybe. That would make sense.
Yeah, because he keeps a Growlithe for a long time, if you don't pick a... Oh, well, it's replacing either a Growlithe and Execute, or a... either Growlithe or Execute, because it can't be replacing a Gyarados. He would have a Gyarados by that point if he doesn't have a water starter.
He always has a Gyarados. No, he doesn't.
Gyarados is if he doesn't have a water starter. Because he always has at least one water, grass, and fire Pokemon. So there's a fun fact for people who don't know. When you're fighting Blue, he, depending on what starter he has, it will replace either, let's just assume it's the final battle of the game, it'll replace either Executor if it's a grass type, it'll replace Gyarados if it's a water type, and it'll replace Arcanine if it's a fire type. In general, of those Pokemon, the most dangerous one in Gen 1 is Arcanine, because it's a really, really, really good Pokemon in general, some of the highest base stats in the game, and it's really fast, so it's got high crit chance. Whereas in Gen 3, the most dangerous one of those is debatably Gyarados, because although one electric move is all it takes to beat it, if he has a Gyarados and an Arcanine, because you let him start with a grass Pokemon, then two of his Pokemon have Intimidate, which makes challenge runs really hard if you're using physical moves, because it's a guarantee that your attack power will be terrible by the end of the fight. So there's a fun little thing that you've probably never thought about because it's never meant anything to you, but if you do challenge run, it actually really matters. He's really dangerous if you give him a Venusaur in Gen 3 in Fire Red single Pokemon runs, because you'll inevitably have terrible attack by the end of the fight.
So, my rival's level 40 Victory Bell was constantly using Reflect over and over, so I thought that he was just using a Psychic move for the sake of using a Psychic move, because I was weak to it. And then he pulls out Psychic.
Oh. I guess he's just dumb.
Yeah. He had every opportunity to just kill my Lickitung there too, but he didn't, so that was fun. I beat him.
Weird fun fact about Reflect and Light Screen for everybody in Gen 1. For whatever reason,
Holy shit! I got Nidoking!
Like you...
From the Sylph guy.
From the Lapras guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. I mean, Nidoking is the Pokemon that you use in speedruns of this game.
It's Lapras! No, it isn't.
It's literally the only Pokemon you use in speedruns of this game, is Nidoking. Really solid.
Well, I still have a Dig TM, so I'm gonna go teach him that.
Oh yeah, that'd be strong. That'd be really strong, actually. That would be not quite Alakazam strong, and not quite Alakazam fast, because it takes 2 turns to use Dig, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I just wish I didn't use Earthquake right off the bat, but, or save I didn't save Earthquake as a TM to use.
That's a shame.
But,
They're the same power,
I might find
at
another
least.
one later, who knows.
Yeah. But right, Reflect and Light Screen, in Gen 1, they only affect the guy who does it rather than the whole party. However, they don't wear off, ever. So if you just use, like, Reflect, then for the entire rest of the battle, as long as you don't switch Pokemon, you've got way more defense in Gen 1. Making it debatably a more or less useful move, depending on what you're doing. If it's like a one Pokemon challenge, then yeah, Reflect and Light Screen are pretty solid if you think you're gonna have a weak point there. Whereas generally, I think I'd prefer it wearing off, but it transferring over Pokemon, just so I can use it right before I die to help buff someone else on the party. Oh god, she's got a Kadabra. That really sucks, because it's level 56 Kadabra, and that means that I'm definitely gonna run out of Confusion. Oh, it's using Sharp, and I'll be fine. I'll just let Toxic kill it while I use Acid Armor.
Not terrible moves on Nidoking. It's got Slash, Tri-Attack, Karate Chop, and Smokescreen.
Alakazam.
It could be worse.
Kadabra used Peck. But is it stronger than Wing Attack?
I don't know. Let's leave that up to the comments section.
Yeah, okay, well, it did almost nothing. I'm just gonna let the... Oh, she actually withdrew and pulled out a Muck, okay.
It ran amok.
And I one-shot it.
No, I can't actually swap the moves in the stats screen. This game is so primitive.
Seismic Toss. I lost to that. I just gotta keep leveling.
I never did visit Cinnabar, so I guess just gotta wait on that dome fossil. Holy shit, I almost have $100,000.
Jesus.
I have $100,000.
Oh, you know what you should do?
What's that?
You should check out the casino, see if there's anything worth buying. Oh, I guess you won't know what is in the TMs until you buy them in Gen 1, though.
Yeah.
That's a
I
problem.
could still check the Pokemon listing, see if that's changed at all.
Yeah, and if it has
Porygon's
changed,
still gonna be stupid ridiculous, so...
Yeah.
A coin case is required. Boo.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go get it.
God, Gen 1 not having separated pouches with different inventory limits. Jesus. Like, that's another major improvement they did from Gen 1 to Gen 2, is your inventory is way better in Gen 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The segregated backpack spaces, but you still could run out of space in those backpack spaces. It's fine, because there's so much more space.
Yeah. Personally, I don't see the point of having an inventory limit. What gen did they get rid of the inventory limit? Was it 5?
4?
Yeah, you know what? I think it is.
4.
I think it's 4. Because in Gen 3 you can run out, but it's a very... you're allowed to have a lot of items, but you can still run out.
So, I'm at the game corner. I can buy Ivysaur for 2,800, Lickitung for 5,500, Golduck for 9,999. I can also get Tentacruel for 180, Dugong for 500, and Muck for 1,200.
If you can afford it, I'd pick up Venusaur. I mean, we don't know what his moves are going to be, but that's a solid Pokemon.
It sure is. Who would I get rid of? Let's see. Lickitung? Probably. It's not really holding its own.
Yeah, Lickitung's nothing too special. It's just okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Because he's the closest thing to a chameleon in this game because of his long tongue.
I like Lickitung. It's a cool Pokemon.
And then Licky Licky exists.
And it's dumb looking.
Yeah, no one likes Licky Licky. Comment section, tell me if you like Licky Licky.
And if I don't think there's any... then you're wrong!
I haven't seen any valid argument made to say that Licky Licky is a good Pokemon.
You mean, like, stats-wise? Like, stats
both
moves and
stats
stuff?
and appearance.
Ah. I don't know, I like some dumb Pokemon.
Such as?
My second favorite Pokemon is Coughing. Well, I guess Coughing's not dumb. It's actually kind of creative. It's a naval landmine. Naval mine. Not in the land, it's in the water because it's naval. I'm illiterate. It's a naval mine, which is actually really... Wow, am I gonna never stop missing this? I only got hit with Kinesis once. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. And it's got Twin Needle, because of course it does. And a crit, because of course it did. And a Fate. Yeah, it's a naval mine, which is actually really creative. How about this? I like Grimer and Muck. It's just a pile of sludge with a face. I like it. It's got a personality. Look, I don't care if the idea is uncreative. If it has a good personality, then it's a good Pokemon, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's kind of dumb. It's not very creative. It's just a pile of sludge, but whatever.
Have you seen a Alolan Muck?
Yeah, Alolan Muck's cool as fuck.
Cool as muck.
Whoa! Whoa!
I just sped up buying a shit ton of coins because you can't buy 500 coins at once. You have to buy 50 at once.
Don't blame ya.
Alright. Ivysaur has Solar Beam, Skull Bash, Body Slam, and Glare. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. Unfortunately, level 18. I can work with that, though.
So, I want to take a moment to say, to everyone who's been watching my perspective since I got to the Elite Four, do you see how insanely boring it is watching me get the last 11 levels? Now imagine me doing this with a way worse Pokemon that's not one-shotting things constantly. And you have 1/1,000,000th of an insight on how awful it is grinding for Pokemon challenges every single week.
Respect this man.
Yes, respect this man putting himself through needlessly stupid challenges for your entertainment. And then after I'm done all this shit, I need to make a script on it, and then I need to edit it, sort all the footage. Like, this is lengthy shit. It's a good thing I've been editing since I was 14 years old, because I've gotten really fast at it.
I wanted to be an editor for a career, and I went to college to get a degree in film. But then I lost interest in it, so now I have a degree that I don't really want to make any use of.
That is unfortunately like half of people who go to post-secondary.
Yep.
See, that's the thing. This is why I tell people, don't, like, if you really, really want to go to college or university right outside high school, then sure, go for it. You know, it's your own life, do whatever you want. But I generally advise people, don't go to post-secondary until you're at least, like, 25. Because you don't know what the fuck you want when you're 18. Nobody knows what the fuck they want when they're 18. Like, at that point, if you end up getting a college degree in something straight out of high school and you end up actually enjoying that job you get at the end of it, you're in a small minority, my friend. Just spend your early 20s working your ass off. Build up a work ethic. That'll help you way more in life than that degree will. And if you end up still wanting the degree by the time you're like, I don't know, 25, then go get the degree because you're way smarter and more mature than you were when you were 18. You'll be way more prepared for college at 25 than you were at 18. You know what's way more impressive to people than a college degree? A resume.
Yeah.
A resume
it's
full of work
but
experience,
it's true.
yeah. That's way more attractive to a business than... And don't get me wrong, there's tons of jobs that require some kind of post-secondary, but you know what's also going to be better? If you had been working that whole time and building a resume and just building up a work ethic and working on yourself until you're 25, you'll also be able to go less into debt going to college. So, yeah, just life tips from the guy who spends his life playing Pokemon.
And, well, to be fair, you do have a better insight on a lot of these things than a lot of people on the internet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess, I belittle it and make jokes about it of, like, I'm the guy making the dumb comedy show for all the people. But, like, legitimately, I guess if you want life advice from me, I guess I'm in something of a position to tell you that hard work gets you places, because I legitimately spent large portions of my life below the poverty line. And then through my very, very hard work on this YouTube channel, I paid off my entire debt once in like a half a paycheck. Like, and I just moved. Like, I just moved and I'm living in not a house, but a duplex in southern Ontario, Canada, which is an incredibly expensive place to be. I'd gladly leave, if not for how I have familial ties here that I need to, you know, make sure that they're all doing well and everything before I go considering leaving. But, like, I'm at a point now where I have enough money that I genuinely have to consider investing in things so that I don't get taxed as much.
By the way, people who are confused, a duplex is 2 suplexes back to back.
Yes. How have I never made that joke? That's incredible. That's absolutely a me joke. We need to watch more wrestling together sometime.
Okay.
Yay! That was easy. See, it's
just provide an option for me. Okay.
Yeah. Well, usually, in fairness, whenever people watch wrestling with me, it's very easy to convince them to watch wrestling with me again, because it's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just spending time with people.
Yeah, it's fun. It's hanging out with friends and watching something together.
Maybe or maybe not jerking off with each other.
Yeah, just maybe. Like, I had fun playing Dick Marcinko's Rogue Warrior with Brandon, and that game's fucking terrible. Like, that game is legitimately, it was the first time I ever played the game. I just watched the game years ago. Brandon comes over. I haven't played the game. Literally, I haven't played the game outside of just booting it to make sure it works. It didn't. I had to mess with some things, otherwise it'd have weird rhythmic stuttering, because turns out there's a USB driver that the game doesn't like that you have to manually disable in Windows. It's very stupid. So it's literally our first time playing the game. He sits down and we're like, oh, we have a couple hours to kill before the pay-per-view that he was coming over to watch, WWE pay-per-view. Why don't we record a little bit of Dick Marcinko's Rogue Warrior? We've been meaning to play that. We beat the whole game blind in an hour and a half. The whole game. It's like, it's not like, and there's no post-game content, there's no nothing. This game released, like, when this game first came out, it was full price. It was $60.
Jerking off with your Dick Marcinko.
Yep. That was the name of the game.
Yes,
actually, by total coincidence, by the way, total coincidence, today over on Matt McMuscles' YouTube channel, he put out a What Happened video, which is like, he goes over the total failure of like a video game or a movie and why it happened. He did an episode on Dick Marcinko's Rogue Warrior today.
Nice.
So, there you go. If you watched that video on his channel and you're like, that seems really funny, like, what's the game really like? You have the length of a feature-length film, then sit down and watch my Let's Play of it. It's my second shortest Let's Play I've ever done.
Plug.
Yeah. Do you know what my shortest was?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
It was fairly recent. I'm gonna say a year old now.
Ooh. Crusader Kings 2.
Yes, definitely the shortest.
Shortest in dog years. It was a few... Nope, can't think of it. Go for it.
Do you want hints, or do you just want me to say it?
You can give me some hints, yeah.
It was one that me and Brandon did. That doesn't narrow it down by a whole lot, does it?
No, it doesn't. Did it make it into that Best of Madry Bread reel?
It didn't, because the game was legitimately so short that I don't think I made a best of video for it, because the best of video is basically just the Let's Play.
Is it the Amazing Spider-Man?
No. I believe
that was, to be fair, that one was like at the beginning of your channel, or near the beginning of your channel.
Yeah. Also, I'm fairly sure the game took me 50 minutes to beat.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing still.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's right.
I beat it in 50 minutes, and so we tacked on a bonus episode of us just playing the terrible multiplayer for like 15 minutes. By 15 minutes, we had also beaten every multiplayer level.
Amazing. Spider-Man.
Yes.
I wonder who is going to actually check out the Amazing Spider-Man video.
I don't even remember. All I remember is that it was like a mobile game on... No, it was like a Facebook game, right?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like some terrible movie tie-in game. I think it was like me and Fury and...
Jawan, maybe?
Maybe Jawan was there? It was just a few of us. It was just kind of a few of us were fucking around in the old Skype chat. And I'm like, oh, let's record a Facebook game. And then we just did it.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Venonat took out Nidoking with Flamethrower, which there was a 12-level difference, but you know. Now for a 13-level difference. Body Slam. It knows Ember and Flamethrower, and it's using Ember on the weaker thing? That was very generous of it.
What a polite Pokemon.
That's my other name.
I still haven't gotten past Agatha, by the way. I think I don't know what level I am right now because I'm poisoned. I think I'm level 64. I started level 50 when I got here, I think.
That was a lot of people's favorite Nintendo console, I think.
Nintendo 64? That had a really good game library.
Mm-hmm. GameCube, too. Like, those two consoles back-to-back had fantastic libraries.
Yeah, like, I would say they had really, really good, like, hit-to-miss ratios. Whereas something like the Wii, there's a lot of great games for it, but there was also a lot of trash for it.
And let's not get started on the travesty that was the Wii U.
The Wii U, I really liked, but I only played it at my sister's place, so the few games I played with it were like a really fun time as like a party game with my sister. But, you know, I never had a Wii U, so I never had like the full game library and stuff to see how lackluster it was, which I always hear about, but I like the console. I just never got one because I didn't have the money.
Yeah, it was expensive, and the games that it had for it just didn't seem to resonate too well using that extra peripheral. And now that a lot of the games that were really good on the console are now on different consoles in some way, shape, or form. So, like, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Splatoon, Wonderful 101, Mario Kart 8, like, all those, they're all being ported to Switch, and they all have been ported to Switch, except for Wonderful 101, which is still going to come out. But it's just... They had a lot of good games for the console, like a lot of good AAA games for the console. It's just a shame that they didn't sell too well because the console didn't sell too well.
Yeah.